What did he find? What did he find? Oh my gosh, it's a thrifty find. Welcome to another episode of Tom's Thrifty Find. Today is a special episode. It's the top 5 thrift finds from 2019. That's right. Spent about almost a year doing this, and it's time to look back and reflect on the things that I've found that I love the most. Can you believe it? So how this will work will be 5 will be my least favorite. Number 1 will be my most favorite. Get right into it, shall we? I found this bad boy at the Goodwill bins here in Portland, Oregon. I haven't been frequenting the bins as much, but I found this and it was pretty exciting. That's right. It's the Garfield Plush. This thing is from 1981, and it's in very good shape considering I found it at the bins. I did wash it. And he's just, look at that face. That's the face
that anybody can love. He's
so cute and cuddly, and he just wants to sit and eat lasagna all the time. He's a cool little guy. So, if you're not familiar with the bins, it is by weight. So this was probably well under $2 when I got it. I forget the price exactly per pound, but it's very inexpensive, and that's the whole point of the bins. It's just trash everywhere. Well, one man's trash is another man's treasure, you know what I mean, Garfield? If you go on eBay, this thing still goes for about 10 to 20 bucks. It's not crazy priced, but it's pretty unique and rare. So there it is, number 5. Garfield. Goodwill bins, you gotta really look for that diamond in the rhyme and the diamond in the rough. Alright, put him right there. He'll watch us. Next up, I also found this at the bins. It was very exciting. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kite. 6.5 foot octopus kite. That means it's got the octopus trail. It's never been opened. It's missing the handle, unfortunately. It's sold at Bimart for $4.99. It's got Raphael. It's got Donatello there. Cowabunga. I'm gonna fly you to your doom, turtle. Craig purchased a kite that he's basically going to destroy because he hates the turtles so much. This was made by a company called SpectraStar. And then on the other side here, you got the nice little Turtles logo. You got close-up of Donatello. Rocking out, you know what I'm saying? There was something I noticed. Oh, right. They have Raphael as the red, even though it's supposed to be Michelangelo. He's got the nunchucks in his hand. Originally, all the turtles had red bandanas, so I understand their confusion with this item. But yeah, I found this in the bin, and given the condition it's in, it's a very cool find. And given that it's by weight, this thing may have been under $1. I still haven't found this on the internet, anybody selling this on the internet, but I did see it at an antique store here in Portland, and somebody was trying to sell it for 30 bucks, and it was in pretty bad shape. It was all crinkly, and the art was all messed up. I did find this kite, though, in my search by Avon. I love the turtles. Growing up, I got all the turtle stuff. So that's number 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kite, featuring Krang. Next up is something I was in the market for. I've been searching for this item. Say no more. Let me reveal it. Number 3, we have a flip clock. That's right. I've been looking for one of these in thrift stores for a long time. I did find one in kind of more of an antique shop, and it was for like 20 bucks or 15, 20 bucks. I was like, I'd rather find it at kind of like Goodwill or a thrift store. And I found this outside Portland, so in a town that I didn't even know had a Goodwill, and it was only $5. The price tag's still on there. $5. It's a realistic Chronomatic 116. Super exciting when I found this, especially for $5. It's in really good shape. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see if I can get some flip action there. See that? Oh, so sick. And there's a little light. It still works. Radio works. It all works. And there's a little light bulb that shines it, so you can see it in the nighttime. So I don't have a video on this, but so this is kind of like a sneak peek at a future video I want to talk about. That is number 3, the realistic Chronomatic 116 flip clock. Next up, I also didn't do a video on, like a full-length video on this. I did like a sick thrift find video. Let's get right to it here. Number 2, a Nikon Coolpix camera. I bought this for $15 and it's still going for over $100. The new version sells for almost $300. It's a 16 megapixel camera, has a 38 times wide optical zoom. I kept the tag on there, but those tags tend to fade over time, so you can't see the price anymore. And I found this just sitting on a shelf, and it didn't have batteries, but when I saw it, I was like, this thing has to be, I've never seen the Nikon, this version before. So I was unfamiliar with it, but I just knew it was something special. So that is one of the sickest finds I have found. But it's not as sick as my next find. It's you guys. That's right. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually, ta-da! This antique type case shelf. It's what started it all. This thing, I mean, I grew up with one of these in my house that held miniatures. And the one I remember having was a lot smaller than this. So when I found this, it blew my mind. Finding that kind of ignited me wanting to do research on items, because this has a lot of history, and if you go back to my first video, you can see that. It goes into the company behind it, and then how it turned into like them making dental cabinetry. But yeah, there it is. Very cool find. I found that at Goodwill for $10. And this was the same day I went to an antique shop and saw a bunch of them that were just trashed, and they were going for like $30 to $40, even $60, and pieces were broken. This was in very poor shape. And the same day, went to a Goodwill outside Portland and found that it's sticking out like a sore thumb. Like, it was right in the furniture section, just like for everybody to see. It was on display, but only I had the eye. I've already put some stuff in there that's mostly questionable, but fun nonetheless. So there you have it. There are my top 5 finds of 2019. It's been a cool year. I started the YouTube thing. I appreciate everybody coming in and checking it out and showing your interest in the channel. So thank you. And if you like what you see, feel free to share it, like it, subscribe. Go down in the comments, tell me things you hate, tell me things you like, tell me good things. Oh, and before I go, I'd like to bring in Jerry. He's been a good pal. So, come on, don't be shy. Come on, come over here. Come on, come on. Yep, that's my Jerry. Speaking of Jerry, hey, do we have a bonus today? Bonus. Today's bonus is this Grim Reaper Smurf. Pretty cool. So there you have it. Peace be with you, and until next time, I hope you find what you're looking for. Thrifty, thrifty, Tom's Thrifty finds. What'll he find next? I don't know. Guess you'll just have to watch the next show. Tom's Thrifty finds. Doo-doo. Yeah.